Hey guys, this is kind of going to be a unusual unboxing. I just got this one in the mail, and for those of you who've been wanting to see my face, even though I made some older videos 2 years ago, 3 years ago that had me full frontal in the video, this is for all you guys who want to see the current me for some reason. But this is a new one I just discovered a few weeks ago online, and it finally got here. It is a Bluetooth plastic spinner. The little holes right here are a speaker, and this one just happened to be green. I didn't know what color I was going to get. I didn't have a choice. They just told me they would send me a random color. I was really hoping for, I guess, a blue maybe, or a red, or maybe even black. Black is my favorite. But anyway, just want to do a little quick unboxing here. And you see all the crap I got in my background. That was an idea I had a long time ago to give people something to look at when I was making my older videos, to let them look at something besides me. So yeah, here's the original Franken sleeve. He was my little mascot buddy for right after weight loss surgery. So there, I found this box at a thrift store for like $1 or $2. Oh no, 25 cents. You can find all kinds of stuff really inexpensively if you wait long enough and are patient. And you visit the thrift stores pretty often, like I do. But as you can see, I got all kinds of crap back there. And my latest flag here says "Surrender the Booty." My flag is really a Jimmy Buffett flag. We call it the pirate born 200 years too late. Yep, that's the way I feel. So while I was sitting here doing this, I pulled the caps off of it so you could see. Let me find the camera here. The camera is in a different location than I'm used to because I got the screen reversed. Usually I'm looking at the camera from the other side, or showing the camera from the other side. So you can see the bearings there. It's got steel bearings in it. It does look like it has a little on-off switch there on the side. I have not tried this thing out, so I wanted to do this a virgin unboxing, completely spontaneous, completely without any tryouts, because I figure if you buy one of these, you're going to be in the same boat I'm in, that you're not going to know what the hell to do with it, because basically the back of the box tells you the frequency, the front of the box tells you nothing. So depending on who you get it from, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm trying to keep my hands up. I want to put my hands down on the table to work on this thing because that's my normal way of doing stuff, and probably your way of doing stuff too. But that's the USB charger. So I'm assuming this is a USB charger. It's a micro charger cable plug. So I'm assuming this has rechargeable batteries in it. I'm assuming it's dead right now, that it has not been charged before it was sent out. So I put the cap back on it. So a little strobe effect there. And y'all can give me an idea of how well the lighting is here. I have above me, I just have two big fluorescent lights. I used to make all my videos right here from my desk when I was on camera all the time. So yeah, it's not going to spin very long. It's a very lightweight spinner. If you're lucky, you might get a minute out of this thing, probably half that. I was quiet there for a second so you could hear the sound. It's not a very loud spinner, but as you can see, I hit it pretty hard to make it spin. But this is more like a fiddle with it spinner, and maybe a strobe effect spinner if you like the strobe effects. But this is not a racing spinner. This thing is very light, probably because of all the electronics in it. And the other lobes probably have batteries, rechargeable batteries in the lobes. And you got one lobe that has, let me turn it around, one lobe that has a speaker. So yeah, my arm's getting tired from holding it up like this, and I don't want to point the camera at my crotch. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pause this for a second so I can get my phone ready. I'm gonna see if I turn this thing on from scratch, from right out of the box. If it already has a charge, and my phone will recognize it, and I'll do that on camera as quick as I can without charging up or anything. So hang on just a second. Let me pause this. Alrighty, okay, I'm back. I got my phone Bluetooth settings brought up. If you can see that, looks kind of harsh in the light to me. My screen doesn't do very well in bright light. So and get up there close. There we go. So you can see what I got in there. The my mom's car, some Chevrolet Cruze car, which was a rental. That BLE Smart, I have no clue what the hell that is. HB 8000, I think that's my wireless headphones that I listen to while I'm on the walking track. So let's see what happens when this thing gets turned on. It may be completely dead. I'm going to hit search, this little search button, whoop, the little search button down there. Well, the little search button, I'm going to see if I can't search and find it. Oh, the thing came on. I can't believe it. It actually has power. So let's see here. Let's see what it looks like. This is very awkward and very difficult to do. So let me show you the strobe effect right there. And we'll go through this thing step by step from scratch to find out exactly how to make this thing hook up to your phone, if it's possible. You turn it sideways. Nothing really sideways, but that is cool. It's I'm going to hit the search button here. It's searching, searching, searching. It found my home computer, that XPS on there. That's my home computer. It's still searching, and I got nothing. Maybe it takes a while for this thing to power up, because it is, you know, it's a spinner. It's not going to have the top of the line electronics in it. I'm going to hit the search button again. And maybe it's just not enough power. Or it's still searching. One more search time. I may pause the video and give this thing a minute or so to completely power up and do whatever it's got to do. Maybe there's another button on here that I've missed. I do not see. Oh, I don't see any other buttons on here on the sides except that one right there. So maybe it just doesn't have enough juice to power the USB. So let me set all this stuff down, and I'm going to plug in my micro USB cable. This is plugged into the USB port on my computer, and I'm sure you could use one of the AC adapters and plug the other USB end of this cable into that and plug it into a wall socket to give you a charge. And I'm going to be so happy when they finally come up with the USB-C standard, and it's standard across all devices, because getting this thing right side up and getting it right side up in that little thing is always a great big pain in the butt. So I'm going to try to plug it up. As I said, this is this makes my shoulders tired. And if y'all are watching this long, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know if you like me being on camera. If you don't like me being on camera, it doesn't matter to me. I would rather just make the spinners the star of the show. But some people do want to see me on camera. Some YouTubers do all their videos on camera when they do spinners, but I prefer to focus on the spinner and just my hands. I wouldn't even use my hands if I didn't have to. Just give full attention to the spinner. So, look at my phone again here. Oh, I accidentally hit the XPS on here. It tried to pair with my home computer. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me. Does it seem like it's brighter now since I plugged it in? If it does seem brighter, maybe that's one of the signs that it wasn't charged enough. I'm gonna hit the search button again on here and see if it finds the spinner here. Oops, it's still going. Otherwise, I'll have to stop the video recording and pause it for, I don't know, I'll pause it for a good hour and let this little thing charge up and see if giving it a good charge will let it connect. Maybe, what is this BLE Smart? Maybe I was wrong about what it is. Maybe the BLE Smart is this thing. I don't know. Maybe I missed something on the back of the box here. There's no, I guess, model number. There's no name to look for on when it searches for for a Bluetooth device. There's nothing on here that will give me a referral or reference to what's showing up on my Bluetooth screen on my apps on my phone. So Yeah, I'm kind of dead in the water right now till this thing charges up for a while. Uh, I'm gonna turn the. I'm actually kind of. I do like the fact that this thing has an on-off switch, because I had some LED spinners that did not have an on-off switch. Once it had a little pull tab on the side here that separated the little pull tab went under the battery between the contact and the battery, and when you pull the tab out, the LED came on and would never turn off. So yeah, hang on just a second. I'm gonna pause this and let this thing start. I'm gonna see if I can't find one of those pull tab spinners that just will not turn off, that just burn until the batteries go dead. Hang on. Okay, I'm back again. I actually did find one of them. This is my only one. The batteries are dead in this one. I've already pulled the pull tab on it. It was actually surprisingly very nice spinner. It spins very well. It's got R188 bearings in it. I did like it's kind of neat. It's got these little balls in the lobes instead of weights. They're round balls. They're round plastic balls, and they contain the LED light and all the circuitry, including the two batteries, the two watch batteries. But the problem was, number one, you had to pop them out like this. So I was always worried about losing the little ball. Number two, to light it up, you had to take the ball apart like this. And see, the batteries are gone right now. The batteries would slip right in there. You have to pull this whole thing out with a toothpick or something and put in two AA's, yeah, right, two watch batteries. The watch batteries cost $1 a piece at my local Walmart, and the light is on the other side. You can't see it because it's opaque, but right there in the very center, right there at my fingertip, my dirty fingernail tip, there is a little tiny LED light, just one light. I dropped the cover. That's why I was afraid of dropping this half of the cover. And so when you pull the little paper pull tab out of there, it let the contact and the batteries touch. This thing would light up and it would just burn forever. This looks like a little on-off switch right there. It's not. It's just a little, it's on the inside. It's not on the outside. So this would turn on. You'd pop it back into the holder, and it would stay lit up on one side only, and you spin it, and it did look pretty cool. The problem was, it never turned off. It burned for about 3 days, and then went dead. So either you have to take this thing apart, pull the batteries out every single time you want to turn it off, or you replace the batteries every 3 days if you want it to keep it lit up. I don't know. What kind of person designs a spinner like that? And what kind of person sells a spinner to somebody like that? I mean, they knew when they sold me this thing that you couldn't turn it off. That's stupidity. They knew how much battery cost. They didn't send any extra batteries. They didn't tell me you couldn't turn it off. So, I don't know. That's why you got to watch out for your the different sellers that are shipping from overseas. You just don't know what you're going to get sometimes. So yeah, this thing is still flashing. Probably because it's got power from the computer. I'm gonna check my phone one more time and do a search, see if it shows up. If not, then I will just. Oh look! It just appeared. E104. That's what's on the box. E104. Cool. It may actually connect. Let's find out. See if we can play some heavy metal on here. So if I can get Kickstart My Heart going on here by Motley Crue. Awesome. Oh, it connected. Connected. Look, it says I clicked. I just tapped on the button. I'm sure you all have. All you younger guys know a whole lot more about this than me. I mean, so you already know how to connect by Bluetooth, probably without any trouble at all. So let me hold this down below the camera so I can pull up my favorite music, and let's see how this sucker sounds. This is going to be so awesome, or not. I mean, realistically, how much sound can you get out of this? It's not like you're going to be able to thump your car, shake the windows, but this would be something really cool to play with for a while, and you'll probably get bored with it. And it's like, after a while, it's like I got tired of charging it. After a while you go like, it really doesn't sound that great. It was a great thing to have at first because no one else had it. Maybe you just like the lights. I mean, the lights will stay going for quite a while, I'm sure. You can always recharge it real easy. You can probably even charge it off your phone if you have one of those dual micro USB cables. And let me find my music. Find my music files. It's going to take a second. Let me go ahead and pause this, and I'll get back to it when I get my music pulled up. Okay, I'm taking back my word. I'm not going to play Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart. Actually, I want to play AC/DC's Thunderstruck. So I'm going to hold this up real close to the camera so you can see the flashing lights and I guess hear as best as possible. I'm not sure where the microphone is on this thing. It's probably under one of the edges, but hopefully it'll come through pretty cool. You can see all my music on there. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, a lot of AC. I like stuff that gets my blood pumping when I'm walking in the park. AC/DC, Big and Rich, Save a Cowboy. I don't know if you heard that song, Save a Cowboy, ride. It's a save a horse, ride a cowboy. And ever since I saw the guy called the Bad Piper on YouTube, where it's a guy with a mohawk and a bagpipes. You know, look him up, called the Bad Piper, BADPIPER. This guy has flamethrowers on his bagpipes, and he plays the bagpipes in sync with AC/DC Thunderstruck. He's got 4 or 5 videos. He's a street performer who was a YouTube sensation for a while there a few years ago. I don't know what happened to him, but here we go. AC/DC's Thunderstruck on a fidget spinner. Now, if you can hear my voice over the speaker, that's as loud as it gets. I mean, I've got this thing literally 1 inch from the camera. Like I said, I don't know where the microphone is, so I'm going to put it at both ends of the camera, of the tablet. And that's my phone playing through this. This is Thunder. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause it because for copyright laws, I don't know exactly how much of the song I can play, and YouTube may pull my video down. So I'm gonna unplug this thing now and see if it will still play again, because I don't know how much of a charge it has on it, and I don't want it to be playing only because it's plugged in and got a power supply. So I'm gonna do this and see if it still plays. And if it does, that'll be awesome. Probably not for very long because it hadn't been charging for 10 minutes now. Oh, there we go. So, but you can hear the music kind of strobing with because of the spinning action, it's making the music. It's making the music sound like it's playing through a fan. If you've ever talked into a fan and hear that with your voice, that's what's happening when you spin this thing. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, I really don't want to stop that. I want to hear the whole song. Not because it's on a spinner. I like the song. I haven't heard it in a few weeks. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. So there you go, man. Check it out. I can't believe it actually worked. I don't know how long it's going to play. It may only play for a few hours. I would like to give this a full 24-hour charge, and then I will try to make another video following up after it's charged for 24 hours. But yeah, if you can pick one of these up, I would say $10 or $15. I mean, truly, I would not pay more than that for one of these. I just don't know how good they are. Somebody's going to come up with something better. I mean, first off, it wasn't just a few weeks ago these didn't exist. Now all of a sudden you got LED lit up ones all over the place. A couple weeks you're going to have, a couple weeks later, you had even better LED ones, which were cheaper, lasted longer, would turn on and off. You know, they weren't great for spinning. They were pretty lightweight because of the lights, but they were cheaper than these. They were more available. So now we got LEDs, which probably last for a long time. I think this one was supposed to be rated on another website I saw that had these for sale. Said that under normal use, these batteries were good for 60 days. So I don't know if that was replaceable batteries or rechargeable batteries, but that's better than what this does. And so, somebody's going to come up with something even better. They may have, 3 speakers instead of 1 speaker. Who knows? They may have, it may be made out of metal for all I know. It could be stainless, or it could be a brass, or some type of alloy. Like that, I don't know if you saw my last video, my last review, the one I posted this morning for the Papillaka. I'm assuming it's called Papillaka clone. I mean, that Papillaka already had little spots with drill holes built into it. I wish I had it here. I've actually got it set aside and put it in my giveaway box because I'm going to be giving away that Papillaka clone very soon. And so there may be a metal one like that with speaker holes in it and speakers in all 3 lobes. That would be awesome because, getting one that will spin for 5 or 6 minutes. And if it's got 3 sets of speakers, it might not make that reverberation sound. But yeah. So yeah, if you liked me being on camera, if you didn't like me being on camera, thumb it up, thumb it down, let me know. I mean, I want to keep improving my videos, make whatever content y'all want to see. I mean, if y'all want to see me just do reviews, just say, hey, just do reviews, review cheap spinners, review metal spinners, review middle range spinners that cost $50-$60. Heck, if I can even afford it, I'll even review $100 spinners, $200 spinners if I can afford to do that. If y'all want to see me doing videos where I'm destroying spinners like some guys do, take a hot knife and cut this thing in half, run over it with a bulldozer, jump it with a skateboard, shoot it with a fully automatic weapon, blow it up with a landmine, throw it at a police officer and get arrested. Just some of the stupid ideas that I'm coming up with off the top of my head because I see so many videos. I would really rather put my brain in gear before starting my mouth, is what I would like to say. I would like to be known for quality reviews. I wouldn't like to do gimmicks and stupid stuff like throwing it in a pool and diving in after it, or dropping it off the side of a building from 100 feet and claiming it's 10,000 feet up. I would rather just show you quality spinners, show you the good points, the bad points, who might like the spinner, who wouldn't like the spinner, in my opinion, what your options are, the spin time, just quality spinners, give you honest reviews, and not do gimmicky stuff. I mean, I know some of those guys get 800,000, a million views on a gimmicky video. They got these goofy thumbnails where they're like, ah! Staring at this stupid thing. Ah! That's not me. I mean, I admire those guys for being able to get those kinds of subscribers and those numbers of views. And if I tried to do it, I would come off fake. I mean, I can do my stupid stuff like the what do you call it, the fidget spinner hunter. That was just something goofy I was doing because I was already walking at the park and figured what would it be like if spinners were aliens that were invading the U.S. from outer space. Would they be cannibalist? Would they want to live in peace and harmony with us? Would they try to take over and be our masters? What do you think? So yeah, that's it for now. I'm running it like 24 minutes now. I'm sure that no one wants to watch this for 24 minutes. I'm only really doing this to entertain myself and keep your attention. You've been hypnotized or bobmotized. If you've ever been to the Texas Renaissance Festival, there's a performer named Dead Bob and his sidekick Smudge. And Dead Bob is just a skeleton puppet. Smudge is the guy wearing a mask or wearing a mesh covering over his face so you don't ever see Smudge. But Dead Bob brings up 3 people to the stage and he bobmotizes them. He makes them Bob zombies, and basically they have to do whatever he tells them to do and become, do stupid stuff on stage. And I always wished I was picked to be a Bob zombie. And in 20 years of going to the Texas Renaissance Festival, I have never been picked as a Bob zombie. But if you're in Texas and you happen to go to the Texas Renaissance Festival in, I think it's October, November of each year, Bob does not advertise this, but he does a stupid song, no, a lousy song for a lousy buck. That's how he started off, as a walking character at the Renaissance Festival, doing stupid stuff for tips, and he did one lousy song for one lousy buck, and he'll do some 5 or 6 lines making fun of whoever you want to make fun of for a buck. He may not do it anymore, but I'd be willing to bet you if you handed him a $5, he would do it. And if you would, tell him Randy sent you. He has no idea who I am, but maybe, just maybe, if enough people tell him that Randy sent you, he might pick me if I ask him to before the show starts. He may not want me as a performer, since I already know his act from 20 years of watching it. So yeah, I'm off on another tangent. This is my problem. I start talking about one thing on another one. Hope you like this little video. Please, if you will, thumb it up, thumb it down. Let me know by thumbing it down if you don't want me on camera. If you want me on camera, thumb it up, and I'll figure out some way of making better videos with me being able to be on camera. And I will talk to you later.